Hey y'all, what's going on? I'm here for Black Ink Crew New York Season 5, Episode 7. We started off, at the shop with Bay and Walt having a conversation about the last time she had sex. And I think she said it was like a year ago or something. She was still with her husband at the time and she divorced him. She was with him for 5 years. She divorced him because she caught him cheating on a security camera in his shop and everything. And, he's like, you know what? We gonna see if we can, set you up on a Tinder date or whatever. So Sky, she comes in and she's like, what y'all doing? And they telling her what they doing and all this other stuff. And she is in cahoots with Walt trying to help Bay find a date. So moving on from that, we get Ted and C's. They meet up in the car or whatever. Ted, he like, yo, what the fuck is going on with you and Dutch? So C's tells him how, like, yo, her brother and her sister was there when this female was claiming that I got her sister pregnant and made her, abort the baby. He was like, that Duchess stormed off, she wasn't having it. Ted is like, why the fuck would Duchess, throw away a relationship based on what a random bitch is saying? Honestly, I mean, it's been wrongdoing done on both sides. You know what I'm saying? So I guess it's probably a build up. You know what I mean? I don't think Duchess fully forgave C's from when he cheated before. And it kind of almost seemed like last season she wasn't, I don't know, like it felt like she wasn't really all the way present in the relationship. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's probably a lot of factors that play into this, not just, this one situation. But anyway, so C's, he's like, he knows that he fucked up or whatever that one time, but he was like, I didn't know what direction I was going in life or whatever. I didn't know what I wanted. We wasn't engaged at the time, blah blah blah. He was like that, he can't even go home right now because Duchess needs her space. Duchess is, he's like, Duchess is stubborn, and which she is, once Duchess got her mind set or something, or, got this notion in her head of what the truth is, that's pretty much it when it comes to her. So she ends up calling as they're having the conversation, and, she's like that she's about to go to a hotel, she needs time, and she's crying or whatever, and he's trying to convince her that he didn't do shit, and he couldn't really say what he had to say because she hung up the phone. Ted, he gets fake emotional, talking about something, like, damn, like, I'm getting, like, that just fucked me up hearing her cry and all this other stuff. I'm just like, I mean, maybe he really did feel bad. I don't know. But y'all know the history with Ted and Duchess. I just think he just, trying to get back on C's good side and shit. But, I mean, whatever. So, anyways, C's, he's like he's scared or whatever. Ted tries to reassure him that everything's going to be fine. And, C's is like, man, I need you back at the shop. Ted, he's like, it's sad that it takes for something like this for him to, bring me back to the shop or whatever, but, that's my cousin and everything, and I got his back and blah, blah, blah. Like, I feel like Ted is still not taking ownership in his faults, you know what I'm saying, and his, fuck-ups when C's made him manager the first time. Like, he's still not owning up to the shit that he did. And it's like, I mean, I hope he get it right this time. I really do. So anyways, moving on from that, we're back at the shop. Sky, she wants, not everybody, but she wants Kitty and young Bay to be there or whatever, and they're not sure why. Sky, she shows up and everything, and Walt, he's also there as well. She shows up and pretty much tells them that she's going back to Dr. Miami to get her a designer vagina. Which means pretty much she's trying to get her shit snatched back because, due to her having 2 kids, it just doesn't look the same and everything, and I'm like, ooh, she making me scared to have kids. Like, do that really, like, I mean, I know I've heard people say that or whatever, that their vagina doesn't always quite snatched back the way it originally was once they have kids and everything. But ooh, that's kind of making me scared now to have kids in the future. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, she has a vagina mold for young Bay and Kitty. You know, so I guess so she could have something to present to Dr. Miami as to how she wants her vagina to be snatched back. So Kitty, she, you know, takes the mold of her vagina or whatever and, you know, gives it to Sky. I don't know if Bay ever did her mold or whatever, but yes, we did see Kitty do hers. So yeah. Anyways, moving on from that, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. So anyways, we get Duchess. She's supposed to meet up with C's, you know, to have a conversation with him about everything. She knows they have trust issues, but you know, and she was in a different headspace the day before, but now she's ready to face the situation. And he never shows up. She keeps on trying to call him. The phone keeps on going to voicemail. She leaves him a voicemail pissed off, rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just left her hanging and didn't even let her know what the fuck was going on. And she says that she feels like C's doesn't care at this point. Like, you know, she wanted to admit that maybe she was overreacting and everything, but now she just like, fuck it. So moving on from that, we get Sky and Donna. They pop a champagne because Donna is finally about to move out of Sky's house, and Sky's other friend is there as well. So she brings up that her baby daddy is stalking her on social media, and they thinking that, you know, she's talking about her baby daddy Reese. You know, we got introduced to him last season. They're thinking she's talking about him. And she's like, no, I got another baby daddy or whatever. She didn't want everybody to know about the other baby daddy, you know, to protect her son, pretty much. She pretty much calls him Lucifer. He's the devil. She met him while he was on house arrest. You know, she didn't care about his legal situations. You know, she just thought that he was that nigga and that he could protect her. But she was, you know, sadly mistaken. So, you know, she was like that. She was 14 at the time and he was like 28 or 29. I was like, he damn near 30 messing with a ninth grader. Like, are you? Oh my God. So, anyways, that's when she got pregnant by him or whatever. So, he said he was trying to say that, you know, the kid wasn't his and everything, but excuse me, the results came back positive, and you know, he ended up disappearing because he knew he would have been arrested for statutory rape. And you know, she's like, now years later he want to come on social media talking about he's gonna get me, and he even tried to say that, you know, I kidnapped my kids and all this other stuff. Now, during the conversation, too, she said that he did something to her. I'm not sure exactly what it was because they bleeped the shit out. But I know it had to be something bad because Donna was like, you know, wiping her eyes, like she was wiping tears from her eyes and everything. And then the other friend looked concerned as well. So I don't know what he did to her, but it had to have been something bad. But anyways, moving on from that, we get C's. He meets up with his brother and Ted, and the brother is like, yo, I've been calling you yesterday, like, what's going on? And you know, C's is like that Duchess think that I stood her up or whatever, but a situation with my daughter came up and everything, and it's like, okay, I get that, but it's like, I mean, C's, you still could have got in contact with her and let her know what was going on in regards, you know, to your daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you, like, you didn't have to leave her hanging like that, you know? So it just, that was a piss poor excuse. But anyway, so he was like, next thing you know, I come home to like this Dear John letter, and she gave the ring back. And you know, and then on top of that, she's on her way back to North Carolina. Ted, he reads the note out loud or whatever, and you know, C's is like that he mad that, you know, she believes the girl or whatever, and that she wouldn't even give him a fair chance to talk and all this other stuff. And you know, he feels like at this point Duchess never really loved him. I'm not going to say Duchess never loved him per se, but I don't know, like, I'm not going to say she didn't love him, but like I said, last season it did really seem like she just really was not present like that in the relationship at that point. You know what I'm saying? But he's like, you know, this the second time she took her ring off or whatever, so like I'm done with it. You know, like fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to keep on being a sucker, this, that, and the third. So, anyways, moving on from that, we're back at the shop. Bae, she's trying to become an American citizen. You know, she's been living here for 9 years, and she like, Trump ain't about to deport my ass, you know, back or whatever. So, anyways, they're asking her, you know, history questions or whatever. I think one of the questions was how many stars was on the flag and everything. She said 52 and all this other stuff. And then Walt is like, I mean, not Walt. Walt, he was asking, oh shit, or whatever. And, you know, he was like, I don't know, 51. I said, how are you born here and don't know how many fucking stars is on the fucking flag? Okay, like, seriously. And even Bae, you've been here for 9 years and you don't know how many stars are on the flag. Then, you know, Donna, she comes in or whatever. You know, Walt is like, Donna, who was the first president and everything? This bitch gonna say Abraham Lincoln. I'm just like, oh my god, they are so fucking stupid. So anyways, Ted, he's back or whatever. He makes the announcement that he's back and everything. Sky, she shows up or whatever. And Ted lets her know the news and everything. And she jumping all up on him like, oh my god, you're back, you're back. But then in the confessional, she like, why the fuck is C's bringing his ass back? Like, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of with Sky on that one. Why? I don't know why he would bring him back. Like, seriously, he fucked up so bad the first time, but like I said, he might redeem himself. So anyways, she heard that there's some shit going on, you know, with C's and Duchess and everything. She's trying to get Ted to spill the beans. He like, look, I'm not trying to get on C's bad side, so I ain't gonna say shit. They see C's coming and Sky's like, okay, act normal. And then next thing you know, as soon as he comes in, she rushes over to him, hugging him like, are you okay? And all this other stuff. And then, you know, tells him that, you know, I heard that something was going on with you and Duchess or whatever. So, you know, C's is telling them what happened and how Duchess believed it and how Duchess took the ring off and left. And then Sky, she starts jumping around, you know, rejoicing that Duchess is gone and everything. And I'm like, I mean, come on, Sky. See, that's that fake shit. You know what I'm saying? You was just popping off on Tiffany or whatever because she had talked shit about Duchess and everything. But now you sitting up here talking shit about her. I mean, I guess, yeah, maybe you was only dealing with her off the strength of C's and everything. But still, like, you was going so fucking hard. You know what I mean? Like, as if you don't be talking shit about Duchess too. But anyway, so they're gonna still have their little Halloween party, despite, you know, at the new shop, despite the fact, you know, of what's going on with him and Duchess. So we get to the Halloween party. Like I said, they're at the new shop and everything. He's, you know, he's looking like a sad pup or whatever. He's just, you know, he's not even engaged in the party. He's just focused on doing, you know, tattoos or whatever. Ted, he's trying to, you know, cheer C's up by calling a stripper. You know, C's, he's not feeling it. He, you know, was like, you know, how you doing or whatever, shakes the stripper's hand and everything. And he was like, you know, I'm not really in the mood and, you know, all this other stuff. I said, oh shit. I said, yeah, that's how you can tell this motherfucker heartbroken. He don't want to attend to no damn stripper. So anyways, Mel, she walks over and she's like, did you see this video of Duchess, you know, at homecoming in not New York, in North Carolina, you know, and there's a video of her twerking and everything. And you know, he's like, you know, she out here acting like a thought and all this other stuff, and I'm just like, why she gotta be all that because she twerking? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, you know, he pissed off or whatever, because on top of that, you know, seeing that video, it's, you know, it's their, you know, it was supposed to be their anniversary and everything, and, you know, he's just really upset, and, you know, he ends up leaving the party early. But I was like, see, that's really fucked up to, like, call her a thought or whatever, this, that, and the third. Like, I could see if she was out here just like, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, she twerking, okay, like. But, anyway, so, Young Bae, she meets up with her date or whatever. Come to find out, he's not active in the military anymore. And he's like that, you know, he's in between jobs. He wants to be a rapper and all this other stuff. He's 28 years old, and, you know, she's like, okay, I'm 32, and he's like, oh, okay, I like older women. She look at him like, nigga, the fuck? Like, I'm not that much older or whatever, something like that she was saying. So anyways, he claims that he's not really hungry because he got a stomach ache from eating chocolate. He got a baby mama drama. He got 2 kids. He's talking about making Tiger Woods babies with her. Like, this dude is a fucking weirdo. He's a fucking weirdo. Like, I was just like, oh my god. Like, and why was he sweating so hard like Bob Whitfield from the Real Housewives of Atlanta? Okay, maybe he wasn't sweating as much as Bob do, because that motherfucking Bob be so drenched in sweat, it's not even funny. So anyways, we're back at the shop. He shows up. Next thing you know, Sky's baby daddy shows up. And he asks, you know, like, how she's doing or whatever. She ignores him, and, you know, they all looking confused, like, who the fuck is this nigga? You know what I'm saying? So she's trying to leave. He's trying to block the doorway or whatever, talking about I'm trying to get it with my son, and you just gonna leave like that and all this other stuff. And he walks after her. She's calling security and everything, and, you know, he like, I've been trying to contact her for 12 years now and all this other stuff. You wasn't concerned about your son for all this motherfucking time. Well, you wasn't concerned about him when, you know, she first got pregnant and all this other stuff. Like, so now you want to be all concerned and everything, stalking her, trying to get your little airtime on this show. Like, fuck out of here. So, you know, he claims that he just want to talk, and, you know, Bae goes to see if Sky's okay, because Sky had went to like a restaurant or something. She wants, you know, Bae to bring her bag to her, and, you know, Bae, she walks out to, you know, go back to the shop, and she's shaking her head or whatever, and he talking about this old disrespectful ass motherfucker talking about you could shake your head all you want or whatever. She said, yeah, because I could do that, it's my motherfucking head. And he like, you know, I'm a man at the end of the day. She was like, yeah, a man, not the man. I said, fuck that, Bae. He not even a man. He a little ass boy. Okay? So anyways, he telling her to shut the fuck up, you know, and she tells him, you shut the fuck up. And he like, you know, before my true colors come out. I'm like, and by true colors, what do you mean? Inquiring minds would like to know. So anyways, you know, Walt walks out, you know, he walks towards him trying to find out what the fuck is going on. You know, the baby daddy, he talking about he's saying something about being repercussions and all this other stuff. Walt is like, but yeah, you don't think it's gonna be repercussions pulling up at somebody's motherfucking job? You know, and Walt is like, as a man, you making yourself look bad, and I can't sympathize with you or whatever. Like, that's my sister, and she's my heart or whatever, and she looks worried. So either you gonna leave, or I'm gonna call the police so they can make you leave. And he like, you know, alright, I'm done with it, then da-da-da and all this other stuff. And he talking about next time you ain't gonna be so lucky and everything. I'm just like... But I'm so glad Walt stepped in or whatever to do something or whatever, and to like check him for real. You know what I mean? Walt, I think he walks in to check up on Sky and everything, and, you know, she's saying how she just don't want to see him again, and, you know, all this other stuff. And that pretty much was the end of the episode. Like, that dude is just oh my god, he was just so like disgusting. Like, you being a fucking weirdo, you know what I'm saying, up here stalking her and all this other stuff. It's like, I mean, really like leave your son alone, okay? Like, he's in a good environment wherever he's at and everything, which is why she gave him up for adoption, because she knew that she wasn't going to be able to take care of him or the other, you know, kid that she had and everything. You know what I'm saying? So, like if you want to see your son that motherfucking bad, you need to do it the proper way, instead of sitting up here stalking her and, you know, making all these threats or whatever to her. And like, it just, y'all. But anyways, y'all let me know how, you know, you felt about this episode. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you come back, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.